In this recording, I am going to teach you how to do a theme background and also a picture as a background. Again, this has changed ever so slightly with this new version, and so it's not difficult. It's just looking in a little different location and doing things a little differently. So I'm just going to pull up a new slide here. And just for simplicity's sake, I am going to change my layout here just to be a little bit simpler. And I'm just going to use a picture that I already have from one of my previous videos. So I'm just going to use this picture here. So to put a picture on as a background, basically all you need to do is pull this up here. And again, it's a little bit easier if you type first. That way you have that to know what you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Now you can see as I did that, it covered what I had typed. So I'm going to adjust the size here to be the size of my slide. So there's the size of my slide. And now what I'm going to want to do is go up to this format picture area. And when I go up here, you can see I have a whole bunch of different buttons here that can allow me to change this picture as a background. So I can change the alignment. I can reorder the objects, and you can see that's kind of a neat little way of looking at your slide. You can see I have an underneath, and then I have a layover on top of it. So that's a different way of looking at the slide to see that I really have two layers on this one slide. But really what you want to do is you're going to be pushing these buttons here. So I essentially sent the background, instead of it being on top, I sent that to be on the bottom so that my text all of a sudden would show up. Now again, you want to be very careful with your text. You want to make sure it's easy to read. So if I was doing this, I might want to do something like this. So it's very easy to read. Okay, it's nice clear background there. I can see it's a yellow with a black font. Very, very easy to read. So just be aware of that. If you're using a picture as a background, you do really need to be careful that you can still see what you're doing. And then of course, I put my picture in, so it took that text box. I can come in here and insert a new text box just on top of this. Okay, and I could go ahead and type in here as needed. So I might want to instead make my text box just a little bit smaller and come over here, and now I can type in here. And so you could go ahead and put that text in as needed. Okay, so pretty easy to do. You just need to understand the steps. The other piece I want to talk to you about with the backgrounds is coming in here and going to design. In here are some different backgrounds. What you need to be aware of is when you pick one of these backgrounds here, it's going to apply it to all the slides. You can see that if it's applied it to every single one of these slides that I have. Now, some of it may be underneath other pieces, but it's still there. So you just need to be aware of that and just know that that's happening. If you want it just on one slide, you can right click on it and go to apply to selected slide. Then it will just put it on the one slide instead of every single slide in your presentation. Any slides you add after this though will still carry that same theme. So if you are going to use a theme in here, I would suggest doing all your slides first, then going on and applying it to that selected slide, or at least have your slides, if they're not made, at least have them over here. They could just be plain white, but that way you're not applying it to every single slide that you have. You could just apply it to the one.